Hey, how are you? My name is Jessie and I'm talking to you from my home in Southern California. A friend of mine, Jane, asked me to, we were talking the other day about, and I was sharing my experiences having met and worked with Masati, not only, well, first of all, remotely, and then I had an opportunity to be in a room with him and meditate with him here in Los Angeles. And she asked me if I would put this on tape, so thus here I am. This video really should be about 5 hours long because my experiences have been so profound with Maz and his site and his 21-day meditations. I actually had a private session with him too, but it's not been that long since I came to know Maz. Briefly, and I'm not good at briefly, but my friend Jane sent me a link on my computer and said, you got to, I want to introduce you to this gentleman, Masati. Here's a link, listen to it. And I didn't really think anything about it, and I adored Jane. And one day, shortly thereafter, I clicked on the link, and I'm just going to tell you right now, the link was not live. It was a recorded interview. It wasn't even a meditation. It was a recorded interview of Jane talking to Maz. And it was, I'm going to say it again, recorded. It was not even live. I love Jane. I basically do whatever she tells me to do. And so I clicked on the link. I listened to this recorded interview. And I have to tell you, sorry Jane, I wasn't entirely focused on the interview. And I was kind of potzing around doing other things. Blah, blah, blah. Cut to the next day. Next morning I put my kids off to school, etc. Yada, yada. I'm walking outside to my vegetable garden. And all morning I had the most profound, I really can't describe it. It was the most lonely and painful, sort of haunting pain in my body, in my heart, in my state. I was just in a supreme amount of pain. And I was kind of feeling like I got T-boned. I didn't really understand it. Not that there's some things that we can put our fingers on, but all of a sudden it just struck me. And I don't even know how I got to this point, but when I got to this point, everything changed. It struck me that it was the link that I listened to between Jane and Maz. Remember the recorded, not live link that I listened to Jane interview, not meditate with Maz Sajati the night before. And I realized, because it's something that Jane and I have been speaking about, something that Maz speaks about many months later, is emotional detox. And at that moment, I realized something had triggered from that recorded interview. I won't say it again. Recorded interview with Maz, and my whole body was, not just my whole body, but my whole being was regurgitating, shedding. I don't know what the words are, but I was in such pain. But at the moment I realized that it must be something to do with what I had heard the night before, I was relieved, because I believed, and I do believe, that I was in a huge emotional detox. The funny thing, and by the way, this has happened over and over again with me. Well, either listening to Maz's 21-day meditations, which you should go be a part of. 21 days of meditation 2 times, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Oh, and by the way, if you can't be there for the live meditation, just click on the recording because it'll blow your mind. The most amazing thing to me when I was listening sort of haphazardly to this link that Jane sent me, I thought, okay, I'm listening because I adore Jane, but it was just this guy talking. It wasn't this sort of wild dialect or this really soothing, melodious voice that kind of lulls you into this. It was just this guy talking. And I remember just kind of going around, fumbling around my desk, getting stuff done, listening to it, and I thought, this is just a guy talking. And so my understanding is that Maz has had several near-death experiences while on vacation with his family, and it has changed his entire, I don't want to really use words because I can't speak for Moz. He sees things completely differently now. And I guess in my words, he sees through things and can help change those things. I actually wanted to ask Moz if his family was scared to go on vacation with him, but I didn't get a chance to do that. The point is, I've since been on several of his 21-day meditations. Excuse me. I had the amazing experience to be actually in a room at a seminar he was doing here in Los Angeles. I can't tell you how profound the effect has been on me in my life, and pretty instantaneously. And actually it's the first time, and I've done many seminars and retreats and studied with the big gurus and the little gurus and the blue gurus and the pink gurus, and I don't think I can say that I've ever been as moved, and take that however you want, whether it's moved physically or emotionally, spiritually. I don't think I've ever been as moved by anyone but Moz. And the other thing I have to say is that it was the first time really, well, I was experiencing, or it was the first time really that I had engaged with somebody like this, that I had a profound sense of ease while doing it and non-judgment. It was just so simple and so profound, and it just happened. So I don't know if you can read my writing, but you probably already know who Moz is. But if you go to mozsajati.com, get your information in there and get next to what Moz has to offer and what Moz does, and it will have a profound effect on you. Have a great day. Hi, Jane.